Hey everybody, I got 3 flights for you today. I got one down at Blackwolf, one over at Merritt Avenue, and then the last flight was up at the Paynes Point Hook and Spear Club. So that's over here in just north of Oshkosh and south of Neenah. So we got a good portion of the west side of the lake covered today. Now, just a couple things of note. Over there at Blackwolf, that's the Blackwolf County launch, there is open water. So kind of open water out from Wentz on the lake, and then also open water over by Blackwolf, the county launch right there. So if you're going down in that area of Winnebago, be extremely careful down there. Be careful on the whole lake. Follow all the rules that the county government set in their safety warnings, but stay on the right side of the ice, everyone. Let's jump into those ice reports and see how she looks.
Before we do that, we're going to go into a little ice safety here. When you are crossing the bridges, this is what the Otter Street Fishing Club recommends. Remove your seat belts, unlock your doors, and crack your windows. Proceed slowly, one vehicle at a time. They highly recommend and demand only one vehicle on the bridge at a time. So be patient and wait for someone to get across. And remember to donate to the clubs. Now here over at the Paynes Point, they are telling us about the tree markers out there. So every 1/10 of a mile on the main roads, there is going to be a tree. The trees are always tipped towards the closest shoreline or the landing that the trees were put out from. So if you see a tree laying flat on the ice, danger, stay away from that area. Multiple trees mean mile markers. 2 trees equals 1 mile. 3 trees equals 2 miles. So subtract 1 from the number of trees that are out to give you the miles. Bridges by that club are generally marked by a minimum of 2 trees. Again, they recommend going slow, 1 vehicle at a time on the bridges. On to those drone ice reports. Now, this first place we're going to be flying is down at Blackwolf. That is between Oshkosh and Fond du Lac, a little north of Wentz on the lake. So when we're looking at this area, we actually see some open water down by those islands over by Wentz and then also straight out from Blackwolf. So as we're going to be getting some snow, watch for the changing colors of that snow that's going to be on the ice. If it's darker colored snow, that is a good chance that's going to indicate that there's actually open water in that area. So here we are looking north. Before we do this, remember, I did not go out on the ice. It is up to you to decide if you're going to go or not. No ice is 100% safe ice. That is the west shore of Lake Winnebago. There's the county launch just going by the W in west right now. And we're swinging down to the south towards Wentz and Fond du Lac. Again, I'm sorry to the Fond du Lac people that I wasn't able to get a flight down there, or to the people on the east side of the lake. I just couldn't make it happen with those high winds. Now, there's that open water to the south right in front of Wentz. Just keep an eye on that. If you're going to go out this direction, be cautious. I'm going to say that again. There is open water out here, so be cautious. Now, if off in the distance, that is the east shore of Lake Winnebago. There's that open water that is directly in front of the Wolf launch. I almost couldn't say Blackwolf launch. So there we are finishing up looking north. Now, through the magic of editing, here we are off of Merritt Avenue in Oshkosh. Now, that is a hole. And that was right where there was a bridge. I don't know what happened. If you know what happened there, please put that in the comments on YouTube. Not on Facebook, on YouTube. So we always start looking north, and there we are kind of looking northwest, panning into the city of Oshkosh here. And we're going to be looking at the west shore. That is Merritt Avenue that you see coming down right now. A lot of activity going on off of Merritt. That's the Waters, that white building that you see kind of in the middle of the screen right now. And the ice actually looks pretty good in this area. Now, as we pan down to the south and southwest, look at all those spearing shacks. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this many in quite a while. This is so exciting. I'm heading down there tomorrow to get some drone footage of that because it is so cool. So be on the lookout for that. I'm also dropping a ice fishing video this coming Wednesday on Lake Winnebago. I caught some perch and some bluegills, so that was cool. Off in the distance is the east shore of Lake Winnebago. Now, if you are not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. Just follow this over to YouTube if you're not already there and just hit the subscribe button. And there we are finishing up to the north. A lot of shacks that direction too. And boom, we're up by Paynes Point Hook and Spear. Now, again, Paynes Point Hook and Spear, that area is just south of the city of Neenah, north of the city of Oshkosh. It looked like they had 3 bridges out. Again, looking north, panning towards that west shore of Lake Winnebago. There's that crack that looks like it's running more or less north-south, but you can see that there's actually some open water on that crack. Makes sense, it's a crack, but the club does have those marked with trees where the bridges are located. Like I said earlier, there's the actual club. They are going to have their tent up there. They have food. I'm not affiliated with them, but if you can, swing by, see some big dead dinosaur fish, and also eat some good food. And we're swinging along that west shore of Lake Winnebago. Just in a second there, I have it circled. That's Garlic Island just going off the screen. Not as many sturgeon shacks out in this area. I did talk to a guy when I was out on the ice filming. I just walked out a little ways, and he did say that the visibility is kind of poor out there. He's in about 20 feet of water. So I really hope all of you have some good luck. Now, we're back at Blackwolf because it's important we look at this open water area. This, unfortunately, was at the extent of how far I could legally fly the drone out. Remember, it's line of sight. I do have a strobe on there, so it makes it easier to see, but you can only go legally as far as you can see it. Now, there's the islands that are out in front of Wentz, kind of just south of TJ's and south of the county launch there at Blackwolf. And there are, it looks like, 3 pieces of open water. Now, that is again the west shore of Lake Winnebago. After I get done flying back to the launch over here, we're going to just do some fun flights. We're going to look at the Paynes Point Spear Club. We're going to just check out that large group of people south of Merritt Avenue there, and some other stuff. So I'm going to close out here. We'll put on a little music. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Again, if you know what happened off of Merritt Avenue, please put that in the show notes. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Be safe, everyone. Stay on the right side of the ice.